Yeah, no,
it's always women in these horror
get the
movies.
point of the movie. I was more like, I don't know how to intro it.
Well, I think
We still don't have.
I was
going to
dress as a telephone pole.
Yeah.
If I did, I was kind of hoping we did costumes on theme because I definitely would have been a telephone pole or a desk.
Give me 5 minutes. All right, there's plenty of yarn in this apartment. I'll just start sawing my head off, and we'll be movie accurate.
That's yeah.
I mean, I'm a witch. I got pretty close.
Yeah.
Steve's kind of a witch in
He's
like a
a
Jedi
hooded
sense.
cult member.
Yeah,
but
and
shouldn't
then
you be naked?
And then Michael's
I am
just
under these
Squirtle.
robes.
I'm Squirtle.
We said witchy, and Michael's like Squirtle.
Squirtle.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
I just want to talk. I don't want honest answers. Do you have any idea what's going on out there?
I like wearing your skin.
Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love your suit.
I'm casting a spell.
Oh, jeez, not on my phone.
Welcome, everybody, to the final installment of Shrieks and Shrinks Halloween 2025. This week, we're doing Hereditary.
Happy Halloween. It's Halloween right now.
Like literally today.
Today is Halloween.
This is Halloween. We gave you an extra episode this week because we love you.
We actually don't like any of you. We just wanted
sure.
to do an extra episode.
Yeah, so to all our fans out there, all 2 of our fans, this one's for you.
Yeah.
And we only like one of you. So.
And
You
one of
guys
them's Michael's sister. We'll let you know which one that is.
You guys decide amongst yourselves which one is liked and which one is hated.
This is probably Steve's favorite horror movie. One of his favorites.
It's the one that has like stuck with me the most. I don't remember another horror movie outside of like maybe The Conjuring, that when I first saw it like had that much of an effect on me. Because I remember I was listening to some movie review and they're talking about Hereditary, and I'm like, I don't know really, because they're not like spoiling anything. They're not really going into like much detail. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, it sounds interesting enough. Maybe I'll go watch it. So I vividly remember coming home. I was like, Michael, I have to rent this movie. We're going to watch it. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're going to be just fine. And then I remember just sitting there watching this with my fucking mouth open the entire time. Like, oh, this is uncomfortable.
It's dude's first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is pretty nuts. And not it shouldn't be nuts that somebody makes a good movie, but the different aspects, like using the miniatures and like the vision he had for how he wanted the film to be watched was pretty. That was pretty neat, because there's some other movies that use miniatures, but it's mostly for like action movies to blow stuff up, and this used miniatures as kind of part of the story.
Yeah, it was like intentionally meant to look like they are living in a dollhouse, which is super cool. And that's the first scene that we get.
Yeah, weren't you telling me the director was saying like of course, like we want like the dollhouse in the beginning there to make you think it's symbolism, because like you literally have no control over what's happening.
Ari Aster made a video literally saying like it was intentional for them to, he wanted you to think that they're in a dollhouse in a way that like they are dolls and they have no control over their own lives, that like something bigger than them is controlling what's happening in their lives. So that's like one of the themes that they carry throughout.
I like the plaything aspect was people are constantly reaching in and doing things in their life almost almost unseen by everyone. And you kind of got to watch this movie a couple times to really, because the first time I watched the movie, I didn't see any naked people in the background in the woods.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again, and I didn't see any naked people in the background of the woods. And then, like, the third time I watched it, I was like, that's a lot of naked people in the background in the woods.
Well, and
Yeah.
like after you see it a couple times, you start noticing like there's just random people smiling in the
Yeah.
background, like looking at our characters, like because they know what's
They're in
about
on the
to
joke.
happen.
Yep.
So like you're always wondering, like especially in this funeral scene in the beginning here, like a lot of people are staring at Charlie. And like you just kind of take it as, oh well, they feel bad because it's the grandkid. You know, she just lost her grandmother, and they were really close. But then as you keep watching it, you're like, oh shit, they've been planning this for a while.
Yeah.
Not even people in the background. People in the movie are in the cult, and
Yeah.
you don't notice it's them until you watch it a few times, and you go, that guy was sitting next to him in class.
Yeah. No,
and
the-
that's his ponytail, and I mean that's his ass crack. But you know, it's hilarious. By the way,
yeah,
it's fantastic.
And the girl that he kept trying
Yep.
to impress, she was up there at the end. I'm like, holy crap! like it really solidifies that. Like
Yeah.
everybody's in on it, but them.
And those are my favorite. That's my favorite thing in films is when they can sneak it by you and make you realize it later.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing in storytelling was, you know, an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half into the movie, you go, I need to start this over. Now that I know that, I'm going to rewatch this immediately after and understand it a little better.
Yeah, I would say like on my first viewing, you kind of mostly just hone in on the family dynamics,
yeah.
and how uncomfortable it makes you feel, and how like, you know, everybody's furious at each other, like nobody gets along well.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like a warm family.
And there's
Yeah.
something in that family dynamic that everyone in a family can relate to, whether it's
Yeah.
the mom screaming or the calmness of the dad dealing
Yeah.
with the mom. Like there's some aspect of your family dynamic that you will recognize in that family, or the brother being reluctant to take the girl to the party and the mom wanting her to go so bad, you know, things like that. There's something in your family that you'll see in this movie. And then that's how you feel it is.
Yeah.
As soon as you see something you can relate to, I think that's part of the reason why he was able to sneak all that good stuff in there.
Yeah,
and then the
it's almost like-
performances themselves of the family dynamic, you believe that, like, you're all, like, you look at you should be surprised looking at all these actors and being like, all their last names aren't the same. That's not a family. What?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that like it is the most pulling thing is the family dynamic, because it's so in your face that with all of those little symbolism things being in the background, that's why you don't really notice it at first. But I didn't love it immediately. I think because I missed so many things, and then after watching it, I've seen it probably at least 3 or 4 times now. I liked it so much better. Same with Midsummer,
Yeah.
which is another Ari Aster one. Like, it takes multiple watchings to actually like get it and to enjoy it. The family dynamic thing doesn't bother you as much once you see what is happening in the background that's causing
Yep.
them to be
Right.
like this.
Which is nice that there's some depth to it, because there's so many movies we watch where we go, that was good.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't.
was fine.
Well, I didn't hate that.
Right.
You know, that's a popular thing you say after a movie. You're like, I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
But in this one, you're like, I can watch this again and watch a totally different movie.
Yeah.
And then I can watch it again and watch a totally different movie. And then once you understand all the underlying things, then you can kind of watch it as a whole story.
Right.
And once you understand it, watching it with understanding is an even different movie.
Yeah.
But I
Because
just,
I'm rooting for the telephone pole.
But I just think this like Ari Aster has such a good way of working with the actors that he picks, where it's now taken like horror was never known for its good, like you get a rare good performance every now and then. Like you get Jack Nicholson in The Shining, you get Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. Like you get a couple of good performances here and there, but a lot of these horror movies, you're not really there for the acting. Like you're not gonna get an Oscar from a lot of these movies. But something about whatever he does to help these actors like hit this potential, like Toni Collette in this movie is incredible. And like you feel like when Charlie gets her head knocked off and she finds the body in the morning, this is a 15-minute scene of you getting your heart ripped out by her screaming in this house. Like it's brutal, and it's like visceral, and it's one of those movies that on the first watch you're gonna notice some things, but you're gonna miss a lot. On that second watch, like I remember just honing in on her, and I'm like, holy shit, you're playing like both ends of everything. Like you're like the typical like busy mom, you got to get your work done, you have all this responsibility. Then she also plays like the manic depressive side, and then she also plays like the I have secrets, and like she slowly starts revealing some more stuff about herself.
Ooh, yeah. So also the actor who played Peter,
I forget his name.
He went full method acting, apparently, again, told through Ari Aster's one video that we watched, but he went full method in terms of like being literally controlled by a demon. Like he must have had to be in such a crazy headspace to one, play the scene where he just, his sister's head exploded on a telephone pole and just like the full like shutdown that he had, like you could see the terror in his eyes, but also like weirdly calm about it.
Yeah.
And you kind of wonder, like, in that moment, was the demon like literally passing into him at that point because he was like weirdly so calm? That's one thought that I had.
Yeah.
And then also like through the whole movie, like he just starts to get crazier and crazier.
Well, and to that, I like that there wasn't one moment where he's like,
yeah, like
I hate that. I hate that. It's like
you see the spirit like go into their mouth or something.
It would have sold the whole movie short, because it, frankly, look, I'm not into, having a demon possess me, right? It's not really my cup of tea.
So you're saying on a Saturday night you're not like summoning Cthulhu?
No, not really. No, I haven't really had that thought. But for the stakes to be that high and for the criteria to be that specific on how he gets brought into the world, having that little, it's here now, I think that would have completely ruined it for me. Because part of it is you're not sure if it's the demon doing it or how much of it is the demon. Is he able to like, get his foot in the door a little bit, or
well, so like I'm glad you guys are bringing this up, because I finally like noticed this a lot more on this watching. But there's like a light that you'll see that goes into people. I think that's representing like the demon, because you see at the end when like Peter jumps through the window, that light goes into his back and you can see it kind of like absorb into him.
Yeah.
And that
it dissipates.
I think that's when Payman finally takes like full control of Peter. And I think up until then, because like he's seeing flashes of it at school, and it's like slow, like what you were saying, it's slowly getting the foot in the door, and that's what gets him, when he does the hand thing in class and he starts smashing his head into the desk. That's, I think, Payman finally like wearing him down enough where he's like, yeah, I can take over now. Like,
yeah, you definitely see that like he doesn't come in fully into like, now I can control you. It's more of a gradual thing. And then also the fact that the demon seems to be bouncing back and forth between, like, you see it around the mom and you see it at different moments.
Well, so that was the other thing. So I've heard this theory a couple times where Charlie from the beginning is Payman. Like, that is the human form.
And with the clicking and, that kind of stuff.
And since he, the demon needs a male host, it's just biding its time as Charlie until this party happens and the cult members can get this host near something that'll basically kill her. So once the head gets knocked off, that's when, it can start moving around, and like that's when we see it affect Toni Collette, and it goes after Peter. So like I think like she was the demon from the beginning, and then that act of her getting her head knocked off finally released it from that host and was now making it able to move around.
Right. Now, I will say that like a big part of that scene has nothing to do with the demon. Obviously, it's holy shit, what just happened? What do I do? Like what do you do? Like now we should have called the police probably and reported that it was an accident.
No, definitely stay in your room and do nothing after you accidentally murder your sister.
Just
it's
leave her
great.
body in the car.
He probably didn't know it even happened. He was so bombed off that sticky icky and, and teenage hormones.
No, it was like it's such like a sobering thing,
I imagine it would have been quite eye-opening.
Not speaking from personal experience. I've never killed my non-existent sister. Now, she was always non-existent. I didn't take her out with a telephone pole.
It was just last week she became non-existent.
We're very sorry for our loss. However, telephone poles need to exist. But like, I still remember seeing this for the first time. And when I recommend this to people, and I'm like, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't heard anything about it, do not look anything, because there's one scene that if it gets spoiled for you, the whole rest of the
you're
movie,
gonna be pissed.
kind of takes a turn, or it doesn't have that same impact.
And not even like, oh man, somebody ruined the movie. You're like, I'm gonna murder that person. Actually, do you want to go for a drive?
Right, because like I gave it to my old boss, and she took it home, watched it, and she was like, yeah, I wasn't into it, and then this little girl gets her head fucking pancaked into a telephone pole, and all of a sudden I am like shocked. My jaw was hanging open the whole movie. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. Like that's the kind of impact that horror should have. Like you should have that one scene where you're just like, oh, this took a turn. Like, holy crap.
It's literally the turn in the movie where now Payman's able to kind of do his thing a little bit, and the cult starts really making prep for
because like
his return.
Up until this point, you really don't know what this movie is about.
Yeah,
because at this point it just seems like a family drama. Like they're kind of uncomfortable with each other. Like nobody's really on a friend kind of level. They just go about their days, and they all happen to be in it with each other. But like once that scene happens, and like the mom starts getting involved with the neighbor, or with the lady who apparently is like in grief counseling, but she's not in grief counseling.
Yeah, so the whole thing with the mom going psycho, first of all, like obviously your kid dies, you're gonna probably have some trauma to
There's
deal
a little
with.
leeway with going nuts on that one.
So it's great that she's in a group or whatever, but she needs like serious help. And
not the kind almost performative conversation with like-minded individuals. That's not where you should start.
Yeah, you probably need like serious help, which again it can go back to, is it like the cult that she's like connected with through bloodline that's like kind of making turmoil in her head or whatever, but also she lost her daughter. But it is a really cool thing to see that, like, she is, like, trying to make a little bit of effort, and then later the dad comes up and is like, I think she needs help. He starts reaching out to, like, a therapist or someone, a psychiatrist, to see if he can get help for her. But before that can even happen, he gets it, too.
I feel like of all the characters, I feel the worst for the dad. Because, like, literally the entire family is falling apart around him. And he's the only one trying to keep, like, the calm and the peace in the house.
I don't know. I don't feel bad for him because I think he's too passive. I think he just isn't... active enough in his family to like actually fix anything. I don't know. That's what I got from it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in the same point, like, what can he really do?
Well, he can't do anything when a demon is controlling your family.
Exactly.
Nah, especially when like you're connected to a book.
Yeah.
And then you get lit on fire. It's like, that's a lot
But,
to deal with.
Man, her, the mom's story is, first of all, I hate her as a character in terms of like, you know, the angry mom. Like it doesn't, it makes me feel something, but she plays it so well. And her story of losing a daughter, going to group therapy, meeting a lady who is in the cult, which I don't think that lady was actually in the therapy. I think she was just hovering outside the parking lot.
Yeah, she was
just
waiting.
Just waiting.
She gets her tied into that, and then the lady in the cult like puts on this whole performance of like, oh, I was able to talk to my grandson again. Literally teaches her how to summon things, and then she summons it. She starts sleepwalking and digs up a body and puts it in her attic. Like that whole thing just ramps up.
I think the cult put the body in the attic. I don't think that was the mom. I don't know why I think that, but just because at the end there the body disappears, so I feel like the cult was manipulating it.
I also think that like, because she does say in the movie, like, I woke up covered in whatever with a paint thinner with a lit match, so she was capable of it,
right?
But I feel like they would have showed like her the next morning and like washing her hands or something, and you'd have seen like they'd have just kind of snuck it in, like you saw like the dirt in the sink, you know, or something.
Because they do a couple of the actual like sleepwalking things where like, you know, she pulls on Peter's head and like that's actually her because she's in the room and then wakes up and she's like, no, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then like
she was trying to pull his head off. She was dressed as a telephone pole.
Revenge of the Pole.
Right.
I mean, so she has to be connected to like in some way to like the demonic energy for her to be like sleepwalking and trying to kill her family. Like, something's not like cool there.
Yeah, something's a little
weird.
Something's a little odd.
Well, because
and then her mom was kind of like the leader of a cult, so I think just
blood.
I think it might be hereditary.
Yeah, well, like,
I think it might be hereditary. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, there's that picture of the demon, and he's on the horse, and he's carrying 3 severed heads, and I think from what I'm remembering, it's all ladies' heads.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, Toni Collette is kind of like walking down the family history, where like her brother went insane because apparently the mom was trying to put something in him, or like put someone in him. Like her father went crazy and killed himself. Like the other dad went crazy and killed
Process
himself.
of elimination of men until they get the right one.
Yeah.
So the heads are the grandma, the mom, and Charlie.
So they needed the 3 women heirs plus a son. So now that, you know, Peter is of age and he can be taken over, they need to get payment out of the daughter. They need the mom to go crazy and kill herself, and then they need the grandmother. And the grandmother already died, so now it's the cult needs to work at the mom to like further her kind of like already fragile mental state.
It's the cult taking over for the work the grandmother was doing, because I think the grandmother just died.
Right. And
because I think she's the only one that gets out of this scot-free. She dies from old age.
I think she like sacrificed herself because it said I mean, obviously the sacrifice is also the other family members, but I feel like she like intentionally was like, this is it, we're doing it.
Yeah, I think she picked like the easy way out where she got the nice like peaceful death, and then like everybody else was like
ruined.
They had to be like the
most depictions of Payman are the demon on horseback with an assortment of heads.
Yeah.
And that's an old one. That one goes back quite a while.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they pulled actual like
and it's one of those
demons.
It's one of those ones that spans culture, which is kind of I don't believe everything I read or what I see but there's something to be said for people on the other side of the world that wouldn't have been able to talk to each other or share stories, having similar things drawn.
Right.
It's just like, all right, something that's not electricity is going around, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Stay away from telephone poles. That'll keep you away from electricity and decapitations.
Now, one thing I do want to say is they always end these movies before the fun starts.
Yeah.
Like, this was the intro, and I get it. This is the bad thing, and it's, whatever. But I want to know what he was going to do.
What
So
now?
you're- so
Like,
you're saying
now they got to recruit because they just murdered the whole bloodline of the cult leader.
Yeah.
So now they've got to restructure their organization. They've got to get funding. Now
Listen-
they have to market to get more members.
We're going to have to refinance all of our houses to keep the cult afloat.
That's what I mean. There's people getting second mortgages. But
Well,
yeah, I don't know. I didn't read. I stopped reading. I'm just like, payment's nasty. All right, yep, I'm done with that.
Well,
but I don't know what the
so
goal was.
apparently
Yeah.
his thing is he provides like insane amount of wealth and power to his followers.
Okay.
So I think it's all people just trying to get ahead, get better station, get more power, get more money.
So yeah, Michael, I don't know if you've ever heard of like how cults work, but usually
Usually it ends up with somebody getting rich and everybody else
Drinking
getting
Kool-Aid.
yeah.
Well, yeah, or unconsecutive.
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of yeah,
a
bad
lot
stuff.
of that goes around.
Don't
but-
drink the Kool-Aid.
Yes. Unless you made the Kool-Aid and you know what's in it, then you can drink it.
Even then, someone could have spiked the Kool-Aid.
Honestly,
Just
at that point, just
Yeah.
get better flavored juice, okay?
At that point, go. Why does this community have walls?
But although most cults in our reality are just scams,
Mhm.
yeah, this one's interesting because
Some of them
the
are
demonic.
not, and
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just saying now I want Hereditary 2
Mm.
and like Payment's Day
happens.
Out.
Yeah.
right.
Like him going through New York City, like fucking
Yeah.
up the stock market or
Well,
something.
Peter would just be like, "Well, now we have to go to Wall Street because now I gotta fund these assholes' lives because they brought me here.
Oh my
and now I
God,
gotta
it's-
work."
It's Hereditary 2 is
Just
Peter
him
at a
getting a
casino,
job.
like trying to gamble and get.
They do the
money to pay the cult.
the eyes going back and forth, and they put the math up on the screen. And it's like Hereditary 2, funding the next generation.
Like, if I put $5,000 on black and we hit, our cult is set for life. And then he's like, "Fuck, I missed."
I mean, Scientology did it somehow. They seem to be making.
Yeah, I mean,
enough
they got
money.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
I think
that's what they need.
I think
is
it worked
a
for
celebrity.
him. He hasn't died yet, and he still looks great. Just
I
saying.
think.
There's something to it.
Yeah, but
His thetans are
isn't
through
he
the
like
roof.
50?
No, he's like 60
Oh wow.
in this most.
Oh wow, he
and
made
he's
it
still
to
got
60.
a 6-pack. Suck a dick, dude.
Yeah, if I had that much money,
Uh,
I think I could pay people to make me look
Listen,
awesome too.
Xenu gave him the gift of immortality, and he's gonna keep making Mission Impossibles until he
All
physically can't.
anyway.
But this mission was possible.
Listen, we're talking about cults. It kind of worked.
Yeah.
But one of the, I don't know, because what's nice about this movie is it is a slow burn, but there are those sharp moments where they kind of, oh right, this is a terrible thing that's happening to these people.
Yeah, and like at the same time, it's not slow. Like
No,
there's
no,
just
because the movie's
constant-
good.
Yeah, because there's constant moments of like, now this is happening, now this is happening, now this is happening, and
Yeah, it's more of a slow burn in the sense that the scary stuff doesn't happen until about halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
But you're not bored watching this
Nope.
family
Yeah.
and figuring out their lives and all that. So like,
Mm.
don't take slow burn as like we're not like it's boring, and then the last 20 minutes is great. It's like
Yeah.
no, the whole thing is good.
Yeah, but there's also people that enjoy dramas, Steve, like myself. there are people out there that enjoy the slow burn. I am one of them.
And-
Steve hates dramas.
I have heard from people that they say it's not that scary. To that I want to say, did you see the scene of the mom sawing her head off and like
Yeah.
Or like, dude,
like the sound of that.
Like
and
I wish I saw this in theaters just for the scene when Peter wakes up and the mom is in the corner of the room and she's just
scurrying
fucking
on the
floating there.
Yeah.
And like, cause like
There's some scritching around going on.
Like the audience reaction must have been incredible seeing that for the first time, and then like, cause you don't really know if she's there or if you're
until you
seeing
see
stuff.
the movement a little bit.
Yeah, and you're like,
Then somebody on the internet like took that and like cranked the brightness on it, and you're just like, made it worse, made it worse.
yep, nope, please go
made
back
it
to
worse.
the dark.
Put that slider back down.
Oh my god. Oh, at the one other thing I want to bring up is the moment when we learn that the mom did try to kill Peter in his sleep. That's when it all clicks for you in terms of like, oh, this is where this is what the conflict is because Peter has this like, he's almost afraid of his mom because he thinks that she's trying to kill him.
Right.
And so that causes this like,
Which is an odd dynamic for a
it's-
family.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you feel so bad for Peter because like, holy shit, your mom tried to burn you in your sleep and now you just have to be okay with her.
Right.
And then she's so like in his face and like, no, but I love you. And it's like, that has to be so
You were just screaming, "I hate you," and now you
Yeah.
want to hug me.
like the trauma.
Oh
Oh
my
my god.
yeah, no, and like when she does the seance and she like starts channeling Charlie, and like Peter's reaction
him
to
out.
this, just like bawling his eyes out, and like he's really
Yeah.
selling it.
Yeah.
Like his world is crumbling apart.
Yeah, because his sister just got her head cut off by a blunt force trauma, and then his mom's going insane, and then they do a seance because that's great.
Yeah, he has the right to freak out.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the dad doesn't freak out enough, but he doesn't have a big role until he
Yeah.
gets lit on fire by the evil book.
Which is pretty fucking cool. Like
was
I'm
a
not
cool
gonna like they do some cool stuff.
And they
I-
actually lit someone on fire
It's-
for the movie
Yeah,
to do that.
and that's why it's cool.
Yeah, it was real
because
fire.
that guy died to make they
Well,
lit that guy on
no,
fire.
he was in a suit. But
No, he
No,
gave
he-
his life for Hereditary.
and
all
then
right?
his family started doing weird stuff. Hereditary 2's about the stunt double.
they got a bunch of money out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden, their youngest got their head smashed by a telephone pole.
The insurance payout was the down payment on another commune.
Yeah, it's great.
And we did it. We figured it out.
Yeah, it's
Oh
full
my God.
circle.
It's actually not hereditary. It's if you take the wrong stunt job.
No,
Oh.
but there was one point I wanted to make, and I completely forgot it.
well, I was gonna say also the whole thing about the red light warming in the treehouse.
Yeah.
Is a really cool moment when like at the very end,
Yeah.
when Peter is fully drawn in, everybody's dead, he's the last one in the family, and you just see the red light in the treehouse, and it's just like pulling him in.
Yeah.
And that was just coming from a heater, but then you're like, but red is bad.
Yeah, red's
the red
bad.
is the evil.
Right.
Evil.
Don't look at the red.
Right. It's all red.
Right, Jedi Master?
The Sith are evil, from my point of view.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for from your point of view.
From a certain point of view, we're all evil.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Then you are lost. Anyway, this is not Star Wars 3, but I will quote that entire movie. No, what I wanted to say was, there's a lot of movies and a lot of these horror movies now that are coming out where they're, these think pieces. They're like these, heady kind of movies.
Super brainy.
And like, they don't hit the mark like this guy does in Midsommar and Hereditary. I haven't seen his other ones, like the Edgerton and then Beau is Afraid. But at least for these two movies, he does that psychological, mental kind of like heady horror where it genuinely like unsettles you, and it has some spooky moments that might make you jump. They might make you uncomfortable, like especially his mom in the corner. Like that freaked me out the first time I saw it because it just holds there for so long.
They just leave it, and that kind of space is necessary for that type of storytelling.
Right.
And there's a lot of stories that aren't good enough that try to use that same space.
Yes.
And you just go, fuck off.
Yeah, and I'm like, I get horror has always been a medium to tell a message. Like Texas Chainsaw is like a fucking statement on the Vietnam War and like meat production and capitalism. It's got a lot of stuff in there, but you can also just view it as a dude in a leather face
I always
with
watched it as a
chainsaws.
guy with chainsaw who didn't have that high of an IQ, who was like, come here.
Come here.
Yeah, when like you look more into it, and it's got messages behind it, or at least they tried to make some messages with it.
And this one is, don't join a cult.
Yeah.
Or don't let your grandma
message.
join a cult.
Like I guess my main point is like, it's always been a medium for messages, but not every horror movie has to have a message.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we can just be scared.
Yep.
And it doesn't have to have this moral ending
Or
where
just uncomfortable seeing a story that we've never heard before.
right. Like Hereditary does that idea in such a good and like lasting way, where the more I watch this, it still freaks me out at certain parts.
Yep.
And like it does make you think, and it's not like trying to teach you a message. It's trying to make you watch the movie and uncover more clues throughout the movie. So like it's using its storytelling and its mystery to pull you into the story more, not as like a final conclusion like, oh wow, that made me think.
Yeah. And they don't put any
Yeah.
text on the screen telling you what you should have concluded either.
Right. Like the payment took over Peter, and he
it's like,
cast
all
the
right, we
world
got-
into darkness. It's like, yeah, I can gather that.
they
because
showed
you
it.
told a good story.
I did like that scene in the treehouse where like all those people are bowing down, and then I don't know if they did anything or whatever. It was just the Peter guy doing a good job at acting, which I hope that was his job. But I like how they gave him his flowers a little bit, where it's not Peter realizing that he's now the whatever, but I think it's more Payman taking just a minute to reflect on, like, hey, it took a lot of work to get here. We're going to give him a few seconds and a slow camera pan and leave him on the screen with his followers there. Like, I like that, how, because the movie's kind of here than there, and emotions are high than low, and the only calm part of this movie is when everybody's dead and the thing happened, and he goes, you can kind of almost feel him go, now I can start. Like,
Right.
there's a little breath there.
I also think that it's almost more like he's merging with Peter, because they like explain to him, you are one of the kings of hell, and I feel like you wouldn't necessarily need to explain that to Payman himself.
Unless he wasn't in there a little bit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's in Peter, but I think it's like a merging of Peter. So like Peter has some, control of his own mind, but Payman is also in there. I don't know. That's kind of what I got from it.
Well, it's kind of the antithesis of the Holy Spirit of God works through you. It isn't you, but it's a guide or a blueprint, and this is just kind of the opposite of that.
Yeah, because like he still has his own control of his own brain, his own thoughts, and all of that. He still is himself, but he is being controlled.
But school next week's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, right.
I almost viewed it as like a factory reset.
Yeah.
Where like once Payman took over, he's now just like a blank slate, and the cult is there to kind of be like, hey, so you're not just this, you're also this, and like you got power, and we want some of that power and the gold that we were promised in your summoning and like all this shit. So like I almost view it like they just held the power button down on Peter for a little too long, and then like Payman came in and he's like, yo, what the fuck? All my files are deleted.
It's like,
what do I do?
When you get a job and they told you what the job was going to be, and then you actually start doing your job and you're like, oh, this is not what I was told.
Yo, nobody told me I had to be a CPA to be an accountant.
Right.
What? I don't know. I missed something.
Though I do like how they did give him a little space at the end of the movie, and you can kind of see him kind of like realize it a
Get
little,
into
like
it.
he's
Yeah.
because there's going to be an adjustment period.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to drop out of school, and well, he's got to make money, or else the cult does it take back.
You have 60 days to be a good
Right?
demon leader,
Right.
or we will send you back.
Do you have the receipt?
Just one day, Peter actually wakes up. He's like, "What the hell?" And the cult's like, "Listen, we were very disappointed in you.
Right.
We're gonna go find somebody
They
else."
give him a performance review. I'm like, I don't think this is working. New bloodline, please.
I mean, hey, they could always just chop a head off and
Yeah,
find
start
a new
over.
bloodline.
Yeah.
Listen, Peter, we thought you were great. However, and then they drop the guillotine. It's like,
The cult's
"Sorry."
moving in a different direction.
As the blade. Sorry.
Well, unfortunately, I think they've kind of linked themselves to Payman.
Yeah.
They are Payman's people.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things where like I would love to see what happens next, but I also don't need
And
a Hereditary too.
I think that's part of good storytelling
Yeah.
is you think past, like, 'cause
Right.
a lot of stories end and you're like,
Well, what
that's-
happens now?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like take the original Omen for instance.
Yep.
Like, son of the devil is born. He's about to get killed, and like they stop the dad before he kills the little demon baby. But then they started making sequels where then Damien becomes like the president, and he like
Yeah.
now holds a position of power, and like it almost ruins it because like.
Yep.
What you can think of in your head is always going to be
Always way
better than
cooler.
what they're going to put on screen.
It's like he becomes the mayor of a small town.
Right.
And he's just like, all right. But, I mean, Payman is one of the lesser kings.
he's not like
yeah.
top tier.
He's not. Yeah.
He's not the devil.
He
He's
got
not
the
the
B squad.
devil, and he's not. But he is spoken of as one of the lesser gods of hell, or that.
Yeah.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. It's like, if that's like a lesser one, let's make Hereditary 2 is like it's his boss coming to check, and then that's
It's time for your performance review, Payman.
that like clears, like he's got to clear Nevada. Like only 4 people had to die for this one to get here.
It's like, you should have 7 casinos under your belt in
Right.
Nevada by now. How many do you have? He's like, only got
We're still in the application process for the gambling license.
Listen, I'm trying to get a loan from the bank, but technically this kid doesn't have credit yet.
Shouldn't have gotten underage one.
Yes.
So I think the moral of this whole episode is check your family tree because this is what could happen.
Also, check your grandma's scrapbooks.
Necklaces.
Yeah.
This-
Look
this
for any
whole-
weird symbolism.
And if anybody's smiling at her funeral, shoot them.
This
Just shoot them.
This whole movie is basically just an ad for that 23andMe service. Like, really check that bloodline,
pops up.
guys.
We're doing a 2-for-1 special. It's like, well, if you're in the same family, you shouldn't both
Like,
need
find
it.
out before you get hit by a telephone
And what a
pole.
great segue. This episode is sponsored by
Right.
23.
Give your
Not
saliva to the
sponsored.
government.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Submit your bloodline for payment.
Results may vary. Not not
With
every
that-
not everyone selected will become.
Oh. And with that, I think we've had quite the spookiest of Halloweens.
Yeah.
We
And-
had some shrieks. We had some, well, no shrinks, but everybody needed some shrinks. I'll tell you that.
Lecter was kind of a... no, he was just a doctor.
Well, I mean, do you still call them doctor if they lose their medical license?
Doctor?
Or do you have to go?
He still went to school.
Do you have to go? Used to be doctor,
Former doctor.
Doctor,
former
formerly.
doctor, formerly known as a doctor.
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter, formerly known as Doctor.
I did want to point out that Halloween is today,
Uh-huh.
and we
Yeah.
didn't do a single Halloween movie
Yeah.
for this Halloween season.
Well, besides the fact that you say Halloween weird, I think that the fact that we watched horror movies.
No.
Would have
That,
something
well,
to do
yes,
with it.
obviously that. Hello. But like, I don't even think it was Halloween in any of the movies, or
No.
like there
Oh,
was.
yeah,
it
no.
wasn't. super concentrated to just Halloween, which is I feel like it just shows our growth as a as a podcast.
But if you do want to watch Halloween episodes that we've done, go back to the previous 3 years that we did Halloween movies and the year that we did all the Halloween movies.
Yeah, we did all of them.
So I think this was kind of nice for Halloween to do some scary movies.
And I liked our choices. I was surprised. I thought I wasn't going to be into At Least It Comes at Night, but it worked. I really enjoyed it this time.
I think all the movies we watched were solid, good movies.
Yeah.
Would recommend.
Yep.
Definitely. But yeah, join us again in November. The spookiness will be gone. And we'll have a little bit, we'll throw a couple left fielders in there.
Yeah,
for you.
like Babe 2, Pig in the Big City.
Yeah, join us next time for Babe 2.
Pig in the Big City. Happy Halloween, everybody. We'll catch you next time.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
I just want to talk. I don't want honest answers. Do you have any idea what's going on out there?
I like wearing your skin.
Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love your suit.